yung sinisir mong live.
DIMSU at a glance. Don Mariano Marcos Memorial State University, or DIMSU, is the lone state university in La Union. DIMSU was created through Presidential Decree 1778 on January 15, 1981 by former President Ferdinand E. Marcos. Founded on the philosophy Total Human Development with Appropriate Competencies, DIMSU was born out of the merging of 5 former schools of La Union, namely Don Mariano Marcos Memorial State College at Bacnotan, La Union School of Arts and Trade at City of San Fernando, La Union, Community College of La Union at City of San Fernando, La Union, Southern Ilocos Polytechnic State College at Agoo, La Union, and Sapilang Elementary School at Bacnotan, La Union. Evolving through the years, the university has 3 major campuses located in different towns of the province of La Union, namely the North La Union campus in Bacnotan as the main campus and the seat of the central administration, the Mid La Union campus, and the Open University System in San Fernando City and the South La Union campus in Agoo, including the College of Agriculture in Rosario and the College of Fisheries in Santo Tomas. DIMSU also houses 2 national centers, the National Apiculture Research, Training and Development Institute, or NARTD, and the Sericulture Research and Development Institute, or SRDI, anchored in 7 core values, namely service, productivity, excellence, commitment, innovativeness, advocacy, and leadership. DIMSU envisions to become a globally competitive university and empowered to provide high-quality instruction, research, and extension. Its undiminished goal is to lead in transforming human resources into productive, self-reliant citizens and responsible leaders. Living with its mantra, embracing world-class standards, DIMSU made an effort to achieve ISO certification through the efforts of the committed and hard-working personnel. DIMSU passed ISO 9001-2015 on November 19, 2020. The audit scope is the provision of instruction, research, extension, and support services. Overall, 24 processes were audited. Don Mariano Marcos Memorial State University has 110 academic programs offered in the different operating units or campuses. These programs are broken down into 13 doctorate degrees in philosophy, 31 master's degrees, 58 baccalaureate degrees, and 8 certificate or diploma programs. Out of the 92 accreditable programs, the university boasts of 10 Level 4 re-accredited programs of the Accrediting Agency of Chartered Colleges and Universities of the Philippines. The 10 academic programs are the following: BS in Computer Science, South La Union Campus; BS in Math, BS in Biology; BS in Industrial Technology, Mid La Union Campus; BS in Agribusiness Management, North La Union Campus; BS in Agroforestry; Bachelor of Elementary Education, North La Union Campus; Doctor in Science Education, South La Union Campus; Master of Arts in Technology Education, Mid La Union Campus; Doctor in Technological Education Management, Mid La Union Campus. Likewise, 27 programs are Level 3 re-accredited, 16 are Level 2 re-accredited, and 14 are Level 1 accredited. The College of Education, the College of Information Technology, and College of Computer Science were re-accredited by the Commission on Higher Education as Centers of Development. For the past several years, DIMSU has produced top-notchers in national board examinations in the fields of mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, agriculture, fisheries, agricultural engineering, veterinary medicine, forestry, teacher education, psychology, guidance and counseling, midwifery, and master electrician. What's more, DIMSU houses best school programs in the Philippines, and they are Fisheries Technology and Master Electrician. Among the top 5 most popular programs based on the enrollment this semester are the following: BS in Industrial Technology, BS in Electromechanical Technology, BS in Agriculture, South La Union Campus, BS in Mechanical Engineering, BS in Electrical Engineering, Mid La Union Campus. As surveyed by the Commission on Higher Education in 2001, DIMSU ranked among the top 10 higher education institutions in the Philippines and 7th among the more than 1,000 private and public colleges and universities in the Philippines. Areas evaluated were faculty, student admission, library, academic offerings, research and extension. DIMSU was also listed in the CHED 2011 to 2016 Roadmap, Public Higher Education Reform, as one of the 19 leading state universities and colleges in the Philippines. The research program of the university is one of the biggest programs in Northern Luzon in terms of the number of ongoing researches undertaken and budget allocation. Its research commodities include fiber crops, fruit crops, beef and chevin, pork, orchids, bamboo, agroforestry, poultry, agricultural engineering, farming system, applied rural sociology, macroeconomics, purple yam, bananas, sericulture, and apiculture. DIMSU has recently been named by DOST Picard as top intellectual property filer. Meanwhile, extension programs of the university are anchored in commodity-based services that create an impact on the life of the clientele in terms of productivity, profitability, and services for the enhancement of local governments and non-government organizations. DIMSU Techno-Pinoy, also known as Farmers Information and Technology Services, or FITS, has been named by the Philippine Council for Agriculture, Aquatic and Natural Resources Research and Development as one of the country's active and functional centers, acknowledged for its distinct competence, expertise, and resources. DIMSU is home to a number of special projects. These include the Sericulture Research and Development Institute, or SRDI, National Apiculture Research, Training and Development Institute, Fisheries Research and Training Institute, DIMSU Pig Extension and Research Farm, Philippine Carabao Center, Affiliated Non-Conventional Energy Center, Metal Crafts, and Innovation Center. At present, the university is sprawled on 1,120 hectares, cozily splintered in its 3 major campuses: North La Union Campus, Bacnotan and Balawan Towns, Mid La Union Campus, San Fernando City, and the South La Union Campus at Goo, Santo Tomas, and Rosario Towns. True to its goal of transforming human resources into productive, self-reliant citizens and responsible leaders, DIMSU continues to help drive national sustainable development.
Good morning and welcome, everyone. Kumusta po ang lahat? Again, thank you for joining us for today's webinar entitled Agri tayo kay Doc on Animal Production e-Training Series. I am Kati Afan.
And I am Stephanie Mason Tiago, and we are from Tarlac Agricultural University College of Veterinary Medicine. We will be your host for today's last day webinar series brought to you by Tarlac Agricultural University College of Veterinary Medicine, TLE and Animal Science students from TAU, and of course, their respective CBM partners, universities, Cagayan State University and Don Mariano Marcos Memorial State University.
Now, let's formally start our webinar with doxology and national anthem.
Under your wings, cover me within your mighty hands. When the oceans rise and thunders roar, I will soar with you above the storm. Father, you are king over the flood, and I will be still and know you are God. Fire as my soul in Christ alone. Know His more in quietness and trust. When the oceans rise and thunders roar, I will soar with you above the storm. Father, you are king over the flood, and I will be still and know you are God. I will be still and know you are God. I will be still and know you are God.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Ang mamatay ng dahil
Once again, good morning. So just a few reminders before we proceed to our program. Participants are encouraged to ensure a stable internet connection to be able to participate in the webinar without interruption.
All participants are requested to turn off their audio and camera upon entry to prevent any disruption during the webinar.
Only the host and the resource speaker will be heard during the webinar.
Participants are encouraged to use the chat box in sending message and asking queries during the open forum.
Questions related to the topic will only be entertained after the lecture. Participants who want to ask query must indicate their identification.
Questions posted by participants in the Zoom will be prioritized, but queries from the Facebook and YouTube viewers also be considered.
Participants are encouraged to fill out the participant's profile form to confirm attendance. The participant should also fill out the client satisfaction and evaluation survey form to be able to get an electronic certificate of participation, which will be sent automatically to the email address they have indicated in the evaluation form.
Links for the participants' profile and evaluation form will be posted at the chat box and in the comment box for those who are watching us via Facebook and the YouTube live streaming.
Participants must ensure correctness of spelling of their name and the validity of their email address to avoid errors and mail delivery failures. We will not take responsibility for any unintentional technical error committed by the participants.
The evaluation form will be open until 11:55 p.m., so be sure to fill out the forms before the deadline certificate. We would also like to acknowledge our participants from different universities and institutions. Welcome po sa ating lahat.
Before we introduce our speaker for this webinar series, let's have a short recap about swine production discussed by our speaker last day, Dr. Kenji Calonia. In our last series of webinar, our speaker, Dr. Kenji Calonia, tackled the topic about swine production. Dr. Calonia discussed first the swine situation by distribution of inventory by region, wherein in terms of inventory, Western Visayas, followed by Central Visayas and Northern Mindanao, recorded the biggest swine population as of April 1, 2021. Pigs are mainly raised to produce food as source of income, savings, insurance, and can be as companion animals. Dr. Calonia discussed also the advantages and disadvantages of swine production system of sow herd enterprises growing to finishing enterprises and boar for hire enterprises, and the factors to consider in selection of production systems such as the amount of capital labor, land level of management, marketing skills, the social and environmental implication associated with manure management. Also, the pig housing and construction, the site and building planning, the registration requirements, the breeds that are common and exotic pure breeds such as Berkshire, Duroc, Hampshire, Landrace, Large White, and Poland China have been discussed by Dr. Calonia. Also, Dr. Calonia discussed that at about 46 months of boar, with good masculine appearance, good behavior, clearly visible sex organ with uniformly hanging equal size testicle are the pointers in selecting boars. While in selection of gilt, the age to select is the same as the selection of boar at about 4 to 6 months, which are based in the performance, back fat, feed efficiency, well-developed mammary glands, and reproductive gilts. Take note that in selecting of boars and gilts, aims to keep an animal you expect to raise the most without genetic abnormalities. And that's all for the recap. Now, may I call on Ma'am Stephanie Santiago to formally introduce our speaker for this webinar series. Ma'am.
Thank you, Ma'am Cathy. Again, good morning, everyone. Today, I will introduce you our last lecturer in this webinar. Our speaker for today earned his degree, a Doctor of Veterinary Medicine, in 2018 at Tarlac Agricultural University, and this highlight licensure examination in the same year with a high passing rate. He became a resident veterinarian in Angeles Pet Care in Tarlac City in 2018 to 2020. And now, he is currently teaching at Tarlac Agricultural University with the position of Instructor 1 from September 20 to date. He is also the coordinator of CBM Alumni Organization and advisor of the CBM Student Council from October 2020 to date. Let us all welcome our speaker for today, Dr. Alan P. Guillermo. Let us give him a round of virtual applause.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Stephanie, for that introduction. Can you now hear me?
Yes, Doc.
Thank you. So let me just share my screen. Okay, sige. Okay, nakikita na ba ang presentation ko?
Yes po, Doc.
Okay, so medyo na-bothered ako no, sa mga pumapasok dito sa Zoom. So anyway, once again, good morning po sa ating mga participants from different schools and also from different agencies po related to agriculture and veterinary medicine. So today, alaman na natin na kumakalat po ang mga different diseases no sa ating mga alagang hayop like in swine. So nagkaroon tayo previously or until now ng African swine fever, and then also sa chickens wherein nagkaroon tayo ng bird flu. So good thing meron tayong ibang source ng food like dito sa mga fishes, like and also mga shellfish, okay, or what we call the aquaculture. So aside from nagkaroon tayo ng other sources of food, nagkaroon din tayo ng additional source of living. Okay, so for today, ang pag-usapan natin is all about aquaculture. Let me just present to you our topic outline. So ito po yung mga pag-uusapan natin sa ngayong umagang to. So of course, introduce ko sa inyo ang what is aquaculture. Second is magkaroon tayo ng short overview sa status ng Philippine aquaculture. Okay. Then next, we'll discuss the different major systems of aquaculture. And then fish anatomy then, brief review on the fish anatomy and physiology, fish behavior. Okay. Next, modes of fish reproduction, also health management and common diseases of fish. And then after that, I will introduce ornamental fish. So siguro ang ina-expect nyo ngayon is more on sa mga food fish no, like tilapia and bangus. Okay, so ngayon, let me introduce you something new naman. Okay, yung mga hindi masyadong napapansin, which is the ornamental fish. Okay, so in the ornamental fish, i-discuss ko sa inyo ang dalawang type ng ornamental fish, which is the guppy fish. So we'll discuss on guppy fish production and neon tetrafish production. Okay, so let us now start. Okay, when we say aquaculture, okay, so tinatawag din itong aqua farming. Okay, bakit aqua farming? Because it refers to the farming of different aquatic organisms, including fish, mollusks, crustaceans, and different aquatic plants like mga seaweeds and lotus at iba pa. So aquaculture is also considered one of the hopeful alternatives for proficiently and sustainably increasing the production of animal proteins. So tulad nga ng sabi ko kanina, so additional source of food to aside from that, additional source of living or income. Okay, so ito, napakagandang source ng protein, lalo na mga isda, okay, compared sa ibang karne. Since ang karne ng isda, high in protein siya, but low in calories. So, saktong-sakto to sa mga nag-gym dyan, okay, sa mga nagda-diet, okay, sa mga naka-calorie deficit, since ito nga mababa ang calories, yet yung protein for building muscles ay mataas. So for the other benefits, health benefits of aquatic animals, i-discuss natin yun mamaya. Okay. For aquaculture, we have different species groups. So first, mga aquatic plants. So in the Philippines, ang number one na pinoproduce na aquatic plants ay ang mga seaweeds. So sa Philippines, we have 5 na common seaweeds na pinoproduce. Ang pinakauna dito ay Euchema species, followed by Capapicus, followed by Gracilaria, and Qualerpa. So 4 lang pala ito, Qualerpa lentifilera. Okay, so itong Qualerpa na to, siya yung Ararosep nung sa Ilocano. So sa Tagalog, hindi ko lang sure. So ito ang kanyang itsura. So the Philippines is one of the top producers of seaweeds in the world and aquatic plants next to Indonesia and China. Okay, so nasa top 3 ang Philippines no in terms of seaweed production. And number 1 and number 2 dito ay ang Euchema and Capapicus species of seaweeds. Okay, so other countries na nagproduce ng seaweeds na nagbo-boom ngayon is ang South Korea. Ngayon, here are the problems and constraints na kinakaharap ng Pilipinas in the seaweed industry. So, it is divided into local and then global problems. So, sa local, ito yung mga problema natin. No? First is pollution and production areas. So, alam naman natin sa Philippines, okay, medyo yung ibang tao pasaway. Okay, so, yung ibang water areas natin napupollute. Yung iba nanggagaling sa mga factories. So nakaka-add to ng problema sa ating seaweed industry. Aside from seaweed industry, also sa iba pang aquatic organisms. The next, inadequate supply of dried seaweeds for processing. Okay? And that is because of lack of production, which is backups, possible secondary to other problems, such as yung unang pinag-usapan natin, which is pollution. Next, peace and order situation in seaweed producing areas. Okay. So, problem na sa community. Okay. Then also diseases affecting seaweed. Or ang example dito, we have the ice disease. Ice disease, common disease to sa seaweed na ang nangyayari, natitrigger yung bacteria, and then sa seaweed nagkakaroon ng discoloration, nagiging kulay puti siya. Then for global problems, okay, so nag-i-increase yung competition, no, in production with other countries such as in Malaysia, Indonesia, and Africa. So next species group are the fishes. So among all the species groups, ang mga fish ang pinaka-diverse ang group, no, is because they have 34,000 species. So at 34,000 different species, so masabi mo talaga ito yung pinaka-diverse, okay, among the aquatic organisms species. So the farming of fish is the most common form of aquaculture. It involves raising fish commercially in tanks, whether in sa mga fish ponds or ocean enclosures, and they are usually for food. In the Philippines, Ito yung top 3 na na-produce natin. So this is based on agricultural statistics. Number 1 dito ay milkfish. So for milkfish, in a year, nakakapag-produce ang Philippines ng around 232,161 tons. Next, followed by tilapia, which is very common, no? Lalo na dito sa Central Luzon. Okay. Ang napoproduce ng Philippines in a year is around 122,390 tons. And then, followed by carp, 18,151 tons naman. So now, since this is the most common na nire-raise in aquaculture, let us now know the health benefits of fishes naman. So fish is among the healthiest foods on the planet, and it is loaded with different vitamins and minerals, okay, such as vitamin D and also protein. Okay? And aside from that, fish is also a great source of omega-3 fatty acids, which is nakikita natin sa ibang mga dilata like yung mga tuna, di ba? So which is incredibly important for your body and brain. Okay, and ito nga, good fat to, no? Ito nang galing sa fat ng mga fishes, then may health benefit din ito sa ating heart. Next species group naman ay ang mga crustaceans. Okay, when we say crustaceans, ito ay ang grupo ng mga animals with hard shell and several pairs of legs such as yung lobsters, mga crabs, crayfish, shrimp, prawns, and barnacles. So yung iba sa atin, no, gustong-gusto nito. In the Philippines, ang number 1 dito na naproproduce na crustacean ay ang shrimp. So for shrimp, nakakaproduce ang Pilipinas ng 35,493 tons in a year. Next, mollusks. So these are aquaculture shellfish, which include various oyster. So sa oyster, no, ito parang sa Visayas, madami. Like sa Iloilo, nung natin, PBMA. So maraming oyster doon. Mussel, or tahong, and also clammy species. So sa Pilipinas, ang pinakamaraming napoproduce ay ang oyster followed by mussels. For oyster, nakapag-produce ng 12,569 tons in a year, followed by mussel, which is 11,646 tons in a year. Is ang dami din, no? So the Philippine fisheries resources. So here we have a picture. Kung makikita nyo, ang Philippines is an archipelago, or which means it is composed of different islands. And with that, masasabi na nga natin na mayaman ang Pilipinas sa mga yamang or sa yamang tubig. So the total territorial area of water of the Philippines is 2.2 million square meter. Okay. Isa sobrang yaman ng Philippines, ninanakaw pa nga ito ng ibang bansa, di ba? Okay, so shelf area, 184,600 square meter. Coral reef area, 27,000 square meter. Our coastline is 36,289 kilometer. For inland resources naman, we have swamplands. Okay, that is 246,063 hectares. Brackish water and other inland resources pa. So, overview on the Philippine aquaculture status. So we rank 5th in fish production. Okay. Then aside from that, number 10 naman tayo in aquaculture production of crustaceans and mollusks, contributing to 1.24 share to the total global aquaculture production and 59.87 million metric tons. Then top 3 naman tayo, top 3 largest producer of aquatic plants, which includes seaweeds. So having produced a total of 1.8 million metric tons. Okay. So here are the 3 major systems of aquaculture. Number 1 is freshwater culture. So freshwater from freshwater, of course. Okay, so ano yung mga nire-raise need natin dito? We have freshwater ornamental fishes, also tilapia, okay, mga shrimp din. Okay. Next naman is brackish water culture. So culturing of aquatic organisms from brackish water. So ito ay some examples are mga white shrimps and also mga mud crabs. Okay, so ito naka-experience na akong kami na harvest sa brackish water no, ng shrimp and crabs. Okay, and yun is sa Bataan. Next, mariculture naman. This is culture of fishes from oceans, okay, seas. Okay, so it includes mga mussels, oysters, and also yung milkfish. So we have also different culture types. For culture types, we have ponds and tanks. Okay, enclosure and pens, mga cages, barrage. Usually nakikita natin to in an area of water or oceans. Then hatcheries, fisheries. So for the most common cultured species naman, ito na-rank na siya. And this is in the Philippines. So number 1 ay ang seaweed. Okay, next. So top 3 nga siya, no, na largest producer ang Philippines next to Indonesia and China. Then second ay milkfish, which is nakapag-produce ng 200,000 tons in a year. Tilapia also. Shrimp, number 4. Number 5 naman ay ang carp. Number 6 and 7, oyster and mussel. So these are the most common cultured species of aquatic organisms in the Philippines. Okay. So ngayon, meron tayong table dito showing the species and then the culture environment and culture type. So for example, here in milkfish or bangus, culture environment nila is marine. So the culture system is mariculture. Culture type, pwedeng pens and cages. For tilapia naman, ang tilapia, they are freshwater or pwede rin from brackish water. Culture type can be cages, pens, ponds, and tanks. Next, fresh ornamental fishes like guppy. So they are freshwater. The culture type, pwede sila sa tanks and water receptacles. For white shrimp, the culture environment is freshwater, brackish water, and marine. Culture type, so pwede rin dito pens, cages, and ponds. Same with carp, which is from freshwater, pens, cages, and ponds then. For oyster and mussel, so pares lang sila. They are marine species, and culture types can be steaks, line, and wraps. So before tayo mag-proceed sa breeding, okay, let us discuss muna short discussion on fish anatomy and physiology. Okay, since fishes are the most common and most diverse species or species group of aquatic organisms. So ano nga ba to? Ang fish. So fish is any of approximately 34,000 species of aquatic vertebrate animals. is that's making them under phylum Chordata. And they are covered with scales and equipped with 2 sets of paired pins and several unpaired pins found in the freshwater and salt waters. So later on, pag-usapan natin tang different fins of fishes. No? So 34,000 species daw, making them the most diverse aquatic organism. Some fish are cold-blooded or tinatawag na ectothermic or poikilothermic. So ibig sabihin niyan, hindi nila nare-regulate ang kanilang body temperature and umaasa lamang sila sa changes, okay, ng temperature outside the environment, on the outside environment. Okay? And they don't sweat. Okay? So paano nila nare-regulate? So with the help of the gills, of course, with this and also with the circulatory system. So nagkakaroon ng exchange of blood, warm blood to cold blood, okay, doon sa gills, okay, through diffusion. So for tropical fish, ang kanilang normal temperature na pinakamainam na mag-thrive sila is 75 degrees Fahrenheit to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So around 23 to 26 degrees Celsius. External fish anatomy. Okay. So ito yung mga common parts ng fish. We have the fins. Okay. For the fins, we have dorsal fin. So meron tayo the spiny dorsal fin and the soft ray fin. Tinatawag yung spiny din na primary dorsal fin. And yung soft naman ay ang secondary dorsal fin. Then next, we have caudal fin. We have also anal fin. Okay, and the vent. Ito naman ang pectoral fin. We have the pelvic fin. The gills, which is ito yung kapalit ng lungs. So walang lungs ang ang fishes. Instead, they have gills. Then operculum, also the mouth, the nares, so they can sense smell. Then eye, the lateral line. So itong lateral line ay napaka-importante din, no, for detecting vibrations or mga changes sa environment. So that doon sila nagde-depend ng reaction nila. Okay? So for the types of scales, we have different types here. We have four types. Okay. First, meron tayong placoid. Second, ganoid, cycloid, and tenoid. For placoid, okay, so ito yung karaniwang nakikita sa mga sharks. Okay, so maliliit lang to and they look very shiny. Pero pag hinawakan mo, sobrang gaspang nito. Okay, ganoid naman, okay, so nakikita to sa mga yung mga pahabang isda na mukhang eel. Okay. Cycloid and tenoid. Okay. So mostly of the bony fishes. So ganito ang scale nila, cycloid and tenoid. Next. So here are the fins of fishes. So for the fins, we have paired and unpaired. Sa paired fins, we have pectoral and pelvic. So this is pectoral and pelvic. And for the unpaired fins naman, meron tayong anal, caudal, and dorsal. So itong mga fins na to, they serve different functions, no? For example, dito sa caudal fin, okay, ito yung nag-move sa fish forward. Okay, this is responsible for the forward movement of fishes, the caudal fin. Okay, For the dorsal fin naman, so we have the spinous and soft, or primary and secondary. Ito naman yung nagkikip sa fish sa straight line. Okay? Sa anal fin, nakakatulong ito para hindi mag-tumble or mag-roll yung fishes. Okay? Pelvic fin, okay, for slight turn, okay, sa pagliko ng fish, ito naman yung responsible, which is the pelvic. Okay, pectoral fin naman, nakakatulong din to sa upright movement ng fish, no? Or tinatawag na belly up movement ng fishes. The next important part of fish is the lateral lines. So the lateral lines are located on both sides of the fish body. Okay, so in this lateral line, mayroon itong mga neuromas or tiny sensory cells na nagko-contain ng cilia and fluid-filled canals. So these are the fluid-filled canals. So itong mga fluid-filled canals na to composed of the sensory cells na nakakapag-detect ng even minor na vibrations sa water. Okay? And this is to prevent predator na din, okay, to prevent danger. So ito yung responsible for nagwa-warning sa fish, no? So this is the lateral line. Next, internal anatomy naman. For the internal anatomy of fish, so compared with other mammals, medyo kakaiba siya, no? So ito mga important parts nila or system. First is the circulatory system. It is composed of two chambered heart, then atrium and ventricle, compared with the other mammals, which is composed of 4 chambers, no? And the circulatory system is also responsible for the thermoregulatory, okay, with the help of the respiratory system. Since dito nagkakaroon ng exchange of gases, exchange of warm blood and cold blood then. So for the respiratory system, instead of lungs, meron silang gills. So dito po mapasok yung tubig which is rich of oxygen. And sa gills, doon nagkakaroon ng diffusion ng oxygen or transfer of oxygen to the blood or to the circulatory system. Okay. Additional pala, aside doon, they have also swim bladder. Okay, swim bladder, very important to sa fish, no? Sila nagpapaangat at nagpapababa ng fishes. With gonads, ito yung sex organ ng fishes. Okay, and other parts of fish. So here are some of the fish behaviors. So fish behavior refers to the action of fishes in response to its environment. So number 1 dito, migration. Okay, so ano bang nangyayari pag nagmamigrate ng mga fishes? Mostly for thermoregulation, no? Since they are cold-blooded or poikilotherms, so hindi nila nare-regulate ang kanilang temperature or body temperature. Ang ginagawa nila, naghahanap sila ngayon ng place na mas malamig or mas mainit. And also, pag nagmamigrate na ang fish, so naghahanap din, yun yung time na naghahanap sila ng food. Okay, so mainly ang migration is for thermoregulation and finding food. Next is schooling. Schooling refers to swimming of the fishes, okay, of same size and same species. Okay, so marami sila grupo to ng fishes. Okay, and ang number 1, ang purpose naman nito is to avoid predator, and it makes also swimming easier for them. Okay, and with this schooling, nakakahanap din sila ng mate, and also nakakatulong din to sa paghahanap ng kanilang mga pagkain. Aggression. Okay, so aggression is associated with reproduction. So pag dinidefensahan nila ang kanilang ang mga fry, kanilang mga babies. Okay, so doon nagkakaroon ng aggression. Next, communication naman, sa pakipag-communicate, body movements ang kanilang ginagawa nila, and postures and also colors. So these three are the visual means of communication. Other means naman can be through sound and chemicals. So for the chemicals, they releases pheromones. So pheromones, ito ay mga chemicals na naamoy ng mga fishes. So those are the ways na nakikipag-communicate sila with different fishes and also other aquatic organisms. Now, pag-usapan naman natin ang different modes of reproduction. So, for the different modes of reproduction, we have oviparity. Meron din tayong tinatawag na ovoviviparity. And third, we have the viviparity. Number one dito, when you say oviparity, so these are the fishes that lays undeveloped eggs o yung mga unfertilized eggs. So mainly, ang fertilization ay nagtitake place outside the body, outside the mother. Okay. For the next mode of reproduction naman, which is ovoviviparity. So eto, for the ovo and viviparity, para silang internal development, no? Or napifertilize sila, yung mga eggs nila internally. Okay, but for ovoviviparity, once na na-lay na nila, okay, yung kanilang mga babies or fry, okay, walang direct maternal nourishment, kundi nagde-depend lang yung mga fry sa kasama nilang nutrients, okay, pag lay na sila. Then viviparity naman, ito naman with direct nourishment from the mother. For ovoviviparity, example dito we have the guppy fishes, which na i-discuss natin mamaya. For the pathogens, for the health management, so sa health management naman, okay, so ang number one dito na nagkakos ng diseases are the physical agents such as the extreme temperature, radiation, UV rays. So ibig sabihin more on sa may effect sa waters, no, or water parameters. Next, mga chemical agents din, like my environmental contaminants, toxins, and drugs. Also biological agents such as bacteria, virus, fungi, and parasites. Pero if titignan nyo naman dito, ang mainly lang naman na dahilan ng pagkakaroon ng bacteria, di ba? Even viruses, fungi, and parasites ay ang maduming tubig. Okay, so to prevent this or to secure a healthy farm or aquaculture farm, dapat ay pinapanatili din na okay ang tubig or malinis. Especially sa mga nire-raise in tanks or yung mga ornamental fishes. For the environment, itong water and its holding system like tanks, pond, and cages and pens. So, eto, nag-list lang ako ng mga common diseases of fish, but hindi ko na din sila i-discuss isa-isa. So, for the common diseases of fish, we have 3 causes. Based on parasites, fungal diseases, and bacterial diseases. So, aside from dito, ay pwede rin yung environment, no, na nagkakos ng disease ng fish. For parasitic diseases, so ito, I have listed some common parasitic diseases such as ciliate infestation, which is nagkakaroon ng white spots sa fish, like here in the picture. Other parasitic diseases, mga cryptocarionosis, flagellate infection, myxosporidian infection, microsporidian infections, and monogean infestations. Okay, so dito sa mga almost naman sa parang sa mga diseases ng fish, ang pinipresent nilang signs are more on doon sa kanilang skin. So, pwede nagkakaroon ng white spots, okay, mga discolorations. Pwede rin other signs sa movement nila if medyo nangihina na yung fish, hindi na makapaglangoy ng maayos. So those are the signs na pwedeng may sakit na yung mga alaga mong fishes. Fungal disease such as Straminifolus or zoosporic fungi. So dito sa picture, you can see here a tilapia suffering from zoosporic fungi. Kung makikita nyo, iba yung skin niya, almost na-occupy na ng mga fungi. So, ang nangyayari dito, ang picture niya is nagiging whitish, nagkakaroon ng white spots sa kanilang skin. Also, other fungal diseases, deuteromycetes and ascomycetes. For bacterial diseases, we have different bacterial diseases such as Pseudomonas or yung tinatawag na red spot disease. So here in the picture, we have an example of a fish suffering from red spot disease, and of course, yung kanyang lesion ay red spot sa katawan, as you can see here in the picture. Then we also have different bacterial diseases such as columnaris disease, vibriosis, Aeromonas infections, streptococcal infection, and nocardiosis. Now, for these diseases pala, meron naman nabibili ng mga like antibacterials, which is pinapatak lang sa tubig. Okay, and mainly ay nag-adhere yun sa skin ng mga fishes. Okay, so those are for the overview. Ibang facts din sa mga fish, okay, in general. So now, let me introduce naman something new today. Okay, so we have here the ornamental fish. But for some siguro hindi naman na to bago, no? So meron siguro iba sa inyo na nahihilig naman na sa pag-ornamental fish before. So ito yung tinapik ko today because dito ako may background sa ornamental fish. Okay, because nag-work ako sa ornamental fish farm for 1 year sa Israel. So what is an ornamental fish ba? So ornamental fishes can be defined as an attractive, colorful fishes of peacefully nature that are kept as pets in confined spaces of an aquarium. So yung mga nakikita nyo na maliliit na isda, or pwede rin may mga malalaking isda na colorful but not mainly used for food. Okay. Ito nagpaparelax sa atin. Pag nakikita mo pa lang, di ba, nare-relax ka na. So those are ornamental fish. So ornamental fish are also called live jewels. And this is for their beautiful colors and playful behavior. And the ornamental fish industry is a lucrative business that has a broad prospects and opportunities for livelihood and trade. Okay, so sadly dito sa Pilipinas, hindi pa ganon ka popular ang ornamental fish farming. Okay, so mamaya pag makikita naman natin yung status ng Philippine ornamental fish farming. So here is the overview of the Philippine ornamental fish farming. So the current state of the ornamental fish in the country is showed in two scenarios. Number one, marine ornamental fish sector is highly dependent on export of wild caught species. And this is because wala pang ganun gaano na is na nakapag-establish or nagpo-produce or nagbi-breed ng mga ornamental fishes. Second, a freshwater ornamental fish sector with local production and import mainly traded for the local market with an untapped export market. So, meron naman na mga nagbi-breed din, okay, pailan-ilan, but mostly doon ay for mga small scale businesses lang. Okay, so dito sa Philippines, wala pa at ewan ko lang. No? Okay, so wala pang data masyado sa mga nag-export ng mga ornamental fishes. So unlike sa Israel noon, yung mga fish, guppy fish, and yung tetras na naproproduce ay na-export sa UK or sa Europe din. Okay, so dito ang nakikita natin na pwede intervention. Okay, so sa study ang sabi, pwedeng intervention dito ay magkaroon ng initiative ang government na suportahan yung mga ornamental fish farmers in the export market. So ano nga ba ang mga benefits of raising ornamental fishes? So ornamental fish hobby gives pleasure to young and old people. So dito sa Philippines, ang pagre-raise ng ornamental fish ay usually for hobbies lang. And pailan-ilan pa lang yung nagre-raise for additional income or as a business. So since ilan pa lang ang nagre-raise ng mga ornamental fishes, so this can be a very good opportunity for us, no? Na mag-establish ng ornamental fish farm. Aside from that, relaxation to the mind. Okay. So, sa mga mayroong aquariums or mga nakapag-alaga na before ng ornamental fish, so pag nakikita mo yung mga isda to, they're very colorful. Di ba nakaka-relax sila? Nakaka-relax na. Pag after a stressful day, tignan mo yung mga isda mo, so mare-relax ka talaga na. Then next, ornamental fish keeping can make hobbies. They start their own farms, thus create self-employment opportunities. So ito na nga yung sinasabi ko kanina na this is another great na opportunity na makapagkaroon ka ng additional source of income din. Bakit magandang magbenta kaya ng ornamental fishes? So if you can see, mga ornamental fish ay hindi naman ganun din kamura. Actually yung iba nga sobrang mahal. And then yung iba din, if mapapansin nyo, almost yung mga may kaya, pamilya, ang nakakabili ng mga ornamental fish or nagpo-put up ng ornamental fish aquarium. Okay. So if makikita mo dito yung mga yung market mo ay possible na maganda din, no? Sa ornamental fish farming. So that's it for the introduction of the ornamental fish farming and also the current status of the Philippine ornamental fish farming. Ngayon, dalawa yung introduce ko sa inyo na ornamental fish. So first is the guppy fish. Then mamaya naman yung neon tetra fishes. Okay. So for the guppy fish production, so dito muna tayo mag-start. So ano nga ba ang mga guppies? So guppies are also known as rainbow fish or million fish. Okay, they are called Rainbow fish because if you can see here in the picture, okay, obvious naman no na ang dami nilang colors, ang gaganda ng kanilang mga kulay. So mamaya, I'll show you some pictures, okay, na nire-raise naming mga guppies sa farm. Okay. The next live-bearing fishes, okay, they are live-bearing, ibig sabihin, nape-fertilize na yung eggs and then pinoproduce na lang nila or nilelay na lang nila yung mga fry. Okay? But sadly for these guppies, nagiging cannibalistic sila minsan or nagiging cannibalistic sila. Okay? So pwede lang kainin yung mga fry nila. That's why mamaya papakita ko sa inyo kung paano yung proper na pag-mate or pag-breed ng mga guppy fish. Next, there are popular freshwater aquarium fish. Dito sa Pilipinas, marami na rin nagre-raise nito ng guppy fish. Then, highly adaptable. So, when you say highly adaptable, ibig sabihin yan, pwede silang ma-expose sa different types of environmental and ecological conditions. So, hindi naman ganun sila ka-sensitive. Wide yung range ng kanilang halimbawa sa water temperature or sa different water parameters, no? Okay, so they can thrive in various conditions. Next, we have here the characteristics of guppy fish. So they belong to family Fucilidae, or the family of the live-bearing fish. The breeding type, they are live-bearer or ovoviviparous. Okay? They are live-bearer pero without direct nourishment to the fries. Normal pH level of water kung saan sila nagtatribe is around 6.5 to 8, 8 yung pH. So, hindi sila pwede sa sobrang acidic na environment, no? Then, hardness of water around 100 to 150 milligram per liter. When we say hardness, ito yung mineral content. Mineral and different ion content of the water. Okay. Then, for the temperature, they can thrive. Ang normal temperature nila na recommended is 20 to 26 degrees Celsius. So below than that, pwede na yung kamatay ng yun. And then above than 26 degrees Celsius, pwede rin itong makasama sa kanila. So here are now the factors that contributes to the lifespan of guppies. Of course, number one dito, nakadepende doon sa genetics ng fish. A fish with good genetics tends to have a longer lifespan compared with those species that have poor genetics. Okay, makikita mo sa mga guppies with good genetics ay malilitse and straight yung kanilang mga bodies. Okay, for those fishes or guppies with poor genetics, makikita mo dyan, medyo nakabalik ko yung fish, parang nakaganyan siya. Okay, so pag bended yung katawan ng fish, reject na yan, no? Tinatapon na. And then hindi na yan tinatanggap for export. Depende na lang sa local market, tinatanggap naman to yung mga balikong fish. So aside from mga balikong fish, yung mga fish din na kakaiba yung langoy. Okay. Mayroong mga fish din na may hina. So yung mga binebenta na lang sa local market. Then feeding of good quality food. First, yung mga good quality food such as baby shrimp brine. Okay, pwede nyo ito ipakain, lalo na sa mga fry. Then, yung mga normal food lines such as mga fish flakes, which is nabibili sa mga pet shops. Okay, so ito yung mga pwede natin ibigay sa mga fishes. Though these fishes are omnivores, ibig sabihin they can eat both plants and meat. So that's why they are, pwede yung baby shrimp brine, pwede rin mga fish flakes. Pwede rin tinapay, pero wag kayo magbigay masyado ng kung ano-ano, no? Such as tinapay. Because yung tinapay, it composed of different chemicals then, different ingredients, which is pwede makasama sa mga guppies. Next, appropriate water parameters. So, sa mga water parameters, yung mga nasabi natin kanina, such as the pH. pH must not be too acidic. Dapat nasa 6 to 8 lang yung pH. Aside from that, yung hardness ng water. Yung hardness ng water na measure yan, meron tayong pang measure na device. Ginagamit namin nun sa farm yung electrical conductivity. Pang test na electrical conductivity. So, yun makikita mo yung total dissolved salts or ions sa water. Okay, so sa guppy fish, nasabi natin kanina nasa 100. Nasa 100 milligram per liter yung TDS or total dissolved salts or ions. Okay? And other parameter, water parameter na kailangan natin consider yung temperature. So sa temperature, very important yan. If sa mga countries na merong winter, so naglalagay sila doon ng water heater tulad noon sa Israel. So yung mga fish tanks doon, may water heater and also may aerator din or yung nagsusupply ng oxygen. Okay, so those are the different water parameters. Of course, stress-free life. Okay, dapat malayo din to sa mga tao. Baka naman mamaya ano ba yan? Galawin nila lagi yung mga fish tanks. Okay? Mamaya sundutin nila yung mga isda. So nakaka-stress din to sa mga guppies, no? As much as possible, wala masyadong pumapasok sa farm when you establish a guppy fish farm. Okay. Good quality water. So good quality water, okay. Yung iba sa farm noon gumagamit sila ng water filter. Okay. So make sure how to use, paano nyo makikita or paano nyo make sure na malinis yung tubig. Number 1 dyan is yung amoy ng tubig. So pag medyo mabaho na yung tubig, ibig sabihin yan madumi na siya, no? And paano ba na-maintain ang good quality water or paano ma-maintain ang kalinisan ng tubig? Of course, araw-araw din yung nililinisan. Okay? Paano ba yan nililinisan? So nililinisan ang tubig by siphoning. So siphoning, meron yata akong mamayang picture doon. So sa siphoning naman, meron tayong piece ng dito, hose at saka tubo. So may tubo doon sa unahan and then hose. Pwede rin naman different material. Okay? So ang ginagawa nito, sinisip-sip mo yung mga dumi doon sa ilalim ng fish tank. Okay? And with that, napapalitan din na excrete yung maduduming tubig as well as yung mga waste na sa ilalim. And then, yung water system mo naman nagpapalit ng panibagong tubig. That's how you maintain a good quality water. Now, pag-usapan naman natin how to breed guppies. Okay, so number 1 dito, select the fish that you want to breed. Okay, so in selecting fish, these are the following that you should consider. Number 1 are the number of fish. Okay. So dapat alam mo kung ilang lalaki, ilang babae sa isang breeder net or sa breeder tank. Okay? Hindi mo naman pwede na basta-basta na lang kung ilan-ilan yung ilalagay mo ang mga fishes. Fish color. So sa fish color, of course, ang ginagawa namin nun sa farm, sinosort namin siya, no? Depende doon sa kulay ng fishes. Of course, kung ano yung kulay ng fish na pinartner mo, ganun din yung maproproduce nila. So pangit naman kung halo-halo, iba-iba yung kulay. Okay, shape of the tails. Shape of the tails din, pwede mo silang i-group dito. Okay, so later on, papakita ko sa inyo yung mga different shapes ng tails ng mga guppies. Okay, so these are the 3 considerations, okay, that you will consider, okay, o titignan mo before ka mag-breed ng guppies. So for the number of fishes, dapat dito 1 male is to 2 or 3 female. Okay, so ibig sabihin yan, sa isang lalaki, dapat 2 o 3 babae yung papartner. Okay, and then ito yung recommended. Bakit? Because pag ginawa mong 1 male is to 1 female, magiging masyadong aggressive yung male. So with that, magiging very stressful ito sa female. So pwede ito maka-apekto sa kanyang reproduction. Okay? Whereas pag 1:3 naman, so ito yung ginagawa nun sa farm, 1:3 female. Kung 1:3, nadadivert yung attention ng male, okay, sa different females. Kaya nababawasan ngayon yung aggression ng male to the females. Okay? Ngayon, paano mo naman malalaman kung male ba to o female? Okay, sa guppies, madali lang siyang makita ang male and female. So sa male, mas maliliit sila and mas colorful. So mamaya magpapakita ko ng example kung paano ba ang tsura ng lalaking guppy and saka babaeng guppies. Okay. So dito sa picture na to, okay, so ganito karaniwan, mas maliit ang lalaki and mas colorful. So mamaya papakita ko ng totoong picture ng guppy. And then sa female naman, mas malalaki yung tiyan nila, especially if meron na silang mga gravid. Okay. So, or mga itlog. Okay. And then mas less yung color ng mga female fish compared sa male. Okay. So that's it for the number of fishes. Next naman for the fish color. So sa fish, sa guppies, marami kang pagpipilian na colors, no? If makikita nyo dito sa picture, sobrang dami at sobrang gaganda ng mga colors. Okay. So ito yung mga basic colors ng guppies. We have the wild. Pag sinabi nating wild, ito yung mga kulay gray or olive. Okay. And then, so example of this fish ay ito. Ay, albino pala yan. Okay. So grayish to olive in color. Then next, albino, light colors or white red eyes. Okay. Ito pala ay albino. Okay. Blonde colors naman, these are light colors with black pigments. Okay. Sa mga blondes, ang example ng blondes, ito siya. Okay. If nakikita niyo itong arrow, and then ito mga blondes yan. Ito blue blonde, ito blue lang siya. So blue, shimmering blue color. So examples of blue, ito and ito. Okay, blue blonde naman. So ito siya. Makikita yung pagkakaiba. Parang may pagka-blonde niya naman yung sa may bandang head part ng guppy. Okay, so those are the fish colors. Ngayon, ito mga napicturean ko to sa farm noon. So ito mga common are mga examples ng different colors ng fish. So dito sa unang picture, we have the metallic blue neon. For the metallic blue neon, okay, so ito, kulay blue siya and metallic dito sa bandang tail. Okay, so yung tail nila, ito ay fan shape. So may pag-usapan natin yung different shapes of tail. So ito tinake ko, ito na sort na no, napili ko na yung mga kulay ng pare-parehas. Okay, and ito ready for export na siya. So ito nakalagay siya sa mini or sa transparent na container, tsaka pinicturean ko siya. Next, red blend naman. Please. So ganito ang kulay ng red blend. So maganda to no sa lalo na sa personal. If makikita mo yung guppies na naka-sort or magkakaparas yung kulay tapos marami sila at lumalangoy. So sobrang ganda niyan. Next, yellow tequila. So sa yellow tequila na guppies, mapapansin nyo dito may red linings sila. May mga red sila din sa kanilang mga buntot. So these are the yellow tequila. Meron din tayong yellow guppies. Pag yellow guppies, wala silang red spots or mga red linings sa katawan. Okay, so ang gaganda niyan, no? Lalo na sa personal at kung marami sila. Snake skin green delta. Okay, so another color of guppies. Okay, may red delta din. So sa farm noon, pinagsasama na namin lahat ng snake skin since bihira lang to noon doon sa farm. So mayroon tayong green delta and mayroon ding red delta. So pagkakaiba nila yung color ng buntot at saka fins. Okay, so snake skin, tinawag tong snake skin dahil yung makikita yung buntot nila tsaka yung katawan para siyang parang nagre-resemble ng ahas or snake. Okay, so snake skin guppy female. Okay, so makikita nyo sa snake skin guppy female, mas malalaki yung tiyan nila. And sa personal, mas malalaki talaga to, no? Doble sa size ng male. Okay, ng adult male. Okay. So, okay, if ikukumpara natin, ito yung male kanina. So, mas malilit sila, mas slender. Okay, mas makukulay. Compared dito sa female, so sa female, usually ang may kulay lang yung buntot nila. Sa katawan, wala na silang designs, wala na silang mga kulay. So, ganun yung madidistinguish ang lalaki sa babae dito sa guppies. Though in personal, mas madali lang talaga. Since malalaki ang babae, maliliit yung and colorful yung lalaki. For the tail shape, for the guppies, may iba't iba silang shape ng tails. We have, ito yung three most common. We have the delta, fantail, and round tail. And with these three, yung pinaka-common ay ang delta shape. When we say delta shape, ito yung mga large triangular shape ng tail. So, delta, ito siya, ganyan. So, isa rin to sa mga favorite ko, no? Yung delta shape tail. Dahil if imagine nyo to na makulay, tapos medyo malaki siya compared sa body. So, maganda siyang tignan. Fan tail. Okay, so medyo common din to which is shapes like a fan. So, ito siya, ganyan ang shape niya. Round tail. So, ito yung pinaka-least favorite ko. Round tail. Medyo maliit lang siya and hugis bilog yung tail. Okay. So, ito, marami pang varieties ng shape or shape ng tail. Like the half moon tail. Ito, ganda rin to. Okay. Para siyang may nakasabit na kortina sa buntot niya. Okay. And then, sword tail. Kakaiba to. Tinawag tong sword tail dahil medyo may pahaba siyang pointed end sa buntot, tail, and etc. Now here are the steps in breeding a guppy. Number 1, you should choose a breeding tank. Okay, so if small scale lang naman, magsisimula ka pa lang, pwede mo siyang simulan sa normal aquarium or sa normal fish tank or maliliit na fish tank lang. But for sa case na if commercial farms na, ganito na yung hitsura. So sobrang lalaki ng fish tanks. Okay, nung naglilinis ako dito, pag pumasok ako sa loob ng tanks, okay, pag pumasok ako dyan, hanggang leeg ko siya. So ako nasa 5.3 something. Okay, so ganun, imagine nyo na lang, medyo malaki din itong mga fish tanks na to. And then isa-isa to noon nililinis. Okay, so sa paglilinis, kina-scrub yan, bleach, tapos make sure na mabanlawan ng maigi. Okay, before ka mag-put ng stock of fish, dapat iwan mo muna yung mga fish tanks for a couple of days before mo ulit ito lagyan ng tubig, okay? And mag-introduce ng bagong stock ng fishes. So eto, small scale lang muna tayo. For example, if you want to start if you want to breed a guppy, pwede ka mag-start sa 10 to 20 gallon tank. Okay, sa 10 to 20 gallon tank, pwede ka nang maglagay dito ng 6 to 10 na guppies. Bakit? Because ang recommended is from in 1 gallon, dapat mga 2 inches of fish in 1 gallon. Ang mga guppies, nagre-range siya ng 1 to 2 inches. So that means in a 10 gallon tank, pwede ka na maglagay dito ng mga 6 guppies. Sa 20 gallons, mga 10 to 12 guppies. Then another requirement in starting to breed a guppy, heater. So heater naman ay doon lang sa may malalamig na areas such as pwede sa Baguio City, sa Benguet, and then sa mga lugar din na merong winter. So doon talaga necessary ang heater. But for here, halimbawa dito sa Central Luzon, sobrang init din naman. Lumalamig lang pag umuulan or tag-ulan. So I think no need naman na to na mag-put ka ng heater. And then number 3 requirement is a gentle filter. Bakit gentle filter? Dahil very napaka-sensitive lang ng mga fry, no? Ay mga fry, ito yung mga baby na guppies. So once na nang-lay ng mga baby guppies, pag sobrang lakas ng filter mo, sigurado mamamatay yan because may hilo sila. Okay. So dapat gentle lang. Gentle lang yung inyong mga filters na ilalagay. Okay, next step, you must set up the tank. Okay, so paano mo isa-set up? Okay, in setting up a tank, dapat mag-provide ka ng hiding places for the fry. Okay, so nulit ko yung mga fry ay yung mga baby guppies. Okay, so sa mga hiding places, pwede kang maglagay ng plants tulad nitong nandito sa picture. Bakit ka mag-put up or maglalagay ng hiding places or mga plants sa fish tank? Itandaan nyo, ang mga guppies ay pwedeng maging cannibalistic. So, pwede nilang kainin yung mga fry or yung mga babies nila. So, dapat makapaglagay ka ng mga hiding places. If hindi naman, pwede ka rin gumamit nito, mga isolation, pang-isolate sa mga parents. Okay? Pwede rin DIY. Tingnan nyo to, bote. Okay? Dito sa plastic bottle na to, may mga hole siya or mga butas. So dito sa loob, dito mo ilalagay yung mga parent stocks mo. So once na nangitlog na yung female, yung mga fry, syempre, ang tendency pala ng fry is to sink. Okay? Nagsisink sila sa ilalim ng tank. Okay, so lalabas yung mga fry and magsisink sila dito. So wala nang access yung mga parent stock. Okay, sa mga fry pag ganito na nakakulong sila dito sa plastic bottle. So hindi na nila makakain yung mga babies nila. So aside from this, pwede rin kayong gumawa nitong yung mga net. So ganito ginagamit nun sa farm. So sinasabit to no doon sa malalaking fish tanks. And then dito nilalagay yung mga parent stocks. So sa inputting parent stocks, tandaan nyo na 1 male is to 3 females. Okay, so for maglagay ka dyan ng 20 males times 3, so nasa 60 females. 30 males to 90. So ganyan yung kasya dito sa mga nets na to. Okay. And do not use any substrate. So if hindi ka makapag-provide ng mga nets, okay, mag-provide ka ng hiding places pero huwag kang gagamit ng any substrate such as mga rocks. Okay, so mga rocks na to, so mahuhuli pa rin ng mga parent guppies yung mga fry nila. So mas maganda is gumamit ka na lang ng mga plants. Next step is to adjust the tank. What do we mean by adjust the tank? So dito mo na ipapasok ngayon yung mga water parameters. So set the temperature to around 20 to 26 degrees Celsius. And this is the recommended temperature of the water na kaya mag-thrive ng mga guppies. Next, purchase food with higher nutritional value in order to promote healthy breeding. So, such as mga fish flakes, okay, other fish pellets, pwede rin. Okay. For the fry o yung mga baby na guppies, hindi mo pa naman silang pwedeng pakainin ng mga fish flakes. So, ang common na pinapakain dito ay mga bloodworms, pwede rin yung mga dito, shrimp, baby shrimp brine. Okay, so yung mga baby shrimp brine, may picture yata ako mamaya. So makikita nyo siya. Then after that, place the guppies in the breeding tank. Okay, so wait for your fish to breed. So if na-set up mo na yung tank, ilalagay mo na ngayon yung mga parent stock mo doon sa breeding net or sa breeding container or net. Okay, then hintayin mo na lang na mabuntis yung female. Ang signs dito na may kikita mo pag mabuntis na yung female is the gravid spot. Mga gravid spot na to, ito mga dark spot sa abdomen ng female. Pag may ganito na sabihin ay may eggs na siya, may eggs na yung female. And then place the male back in the regular tank when you notice that your females are pregnant. Okay, bakit mo i-place back into the regular tank? Ito ay para mabawasan na yung stress ng female. Okay, since buntis naman na siya or meron na siyang eggs sa kanyang or meron na siyang gravid spot or eggs. Okay, and then aside from that, you must know when your fish is about to give birth. Okay, so the gestation period will take 21 to 31 days. So around a month. Okay, if makikita mo dito na maglilay na ng fry yung guppies pag sobrang laki na ng kanyang gravid spot. Then yung stomach, pag sobrang laki na, magiging squarely shaped na siya, like a cardboard box rather than growing rounder. Okay. So once na na-lay na niya yung mga fry niya, so ang mga gapi fry, ganito ang kanyang itsura. So once na na-lay na, it's time for you to take care of the fry. So paano naman yung tamang pag-aalaga nitong mga baby guppies? Of course, number 1 dito, remove mo na yung mother guppy mo from the fish, from the breeding tank. No? And ito para maiwasan mo na rin yung cannibalistic or yung pagkain ng mother sa kanyang mga babies. Then, provide fry lots of aquarium plants to hide in. But, if meron ka na na-provide na breeding net, okay, or mga isolation nets, kahit di ka na ma-provide ng mga plants. Then, keep the tank clean and at healthy temperature. I-set mo na naman yung tank mo. Panatilihin mo yung temperature niya at 25 degrees Celsius. Then, the tank will also need to be cleaned. So, ito na yung sinasabi ko kanina, via siphoning. But be careful na baka ma-siphon mo naman yung mga fry, no? So, make sure na i-siphon mo lang yung mga dumi. But anyway, if nagsasipon ka naman, lumalayo na yung mga fry. So, siphoning is the process of removing the waste from the breeding tank, no? Or from the fish tank. Inihigop nito yung mga dumi. Okay? Aside doon yung ibang maduming tubig na isasama na rin. Then next, feed the fry with the right food. Okay, so guppy fry eat brine shrimp, microworms, or powdered flakes. So ito yung example picture ng brine shrimp. Brine shrimp, live brine shrimp. So ito hindi nyo siya makikita masyado sa naked eye. Pero pag gumapit kayo ng compound microscope, makikita nyo siya gumagalaw-galaw. So they should be fed twice a day. Sa farm noon umaga, pagdating sa farm, tsaka bago umuwi, ng hapon, doon kami nagpapakain. Then the guppies enjoy both meat and vegetables since they are omnivores. Next, take steps to ensure that your fry are healthy. Okay, so if hindi naman 100% na lahat ng fry mo ay mabubuhay, no? Okay. Or magsusurvive hanggang sila ay mag-mature. Okay, so sa maturity pala ng fry, it will take around mga 3 months, 3 to 5 months. So after that, pwede mo na silang ihalo sa mga adult fry. Okay, so in ensuring the health of your fry, dapat i-remove mo yung mga dead fry. Okay, so how will you see those dead fry? Madali lang because lumulutang naman itong mga to. So you just remove them by scooping with a net. And keep track of how many fry dies. If mapansin mo, araw-araw na lang maraming fry na mamatay. Baka may something wrong na doon sa water parameters mo. Okay? So check mo yung temps, check mo yung pH. Baka sumusobra ka na, nagiging acidic yung pH. So pwedeng nag-death ng mga fry na to. So yun, keep track. That's the importance of keeping track of the dying fry. Then, after that, move the fry to the normal tank when they get big enough. Okay, pag medyo nag-mature na sila, pwede na pala about a month and half to 2 months old, okay, they will be ready to defend themselves. So, pwede mo na silang, after that, pwede mo na silang ihalo sa mga, normal tank. Yes, after that, kapag-produce ka na, alam mo na yung steps paano mag-breed ng guppy. Pwede ka na mag-ship and sell ng guppies. So, ang ginagamit namin ay mga poly bags. Ito yung mga plastic pero matitibay sila, no? Okay, so dito namin nilalagay yung mga guppies which is na-sex out na, ibig sabihin nahiwalay na or na-sort na yung female, male. Okay, since mas magandang tignan pag na-sort out na, no? Okay, so in one poly bag, if makikita mo yun, puro blue neon, blue guppies. So ganda siyang tignan. And then, sa paglalagay ng water, nasa 1/3 lang dapat ng poly bag. And then the rest ay oxygen or hangin. Okay. Then you can sell them to your neighbor locally, and pwede mo rin silang i-export. Okay, in exporting, ito nilalagay dun sa mga styro box na malalaki. Okay. And make sure na napak sila ng maayos para hindi mauga-uga. Okay, so that's it for the guppies or breeding guppies. Next naman, na-introduce ko sa inyo ay ang neon tetra fish. So ito na yung last ko, the neon tetra fish production or breeding. So aside from guppies, isa sa mga nire-raise namin nun sa farm ay ang neon tetras. Neon tetras are another ornamental fish. Ito naman ay sobrang liit lang na ornamental fish. Okay, so less than an inch. So, siya kalaki. So, okay. Species overview. The common name of this fish is neon tetra or neon fish. Scientific name, Parakyriodon inesi. And adult size, nasa 1.5 inches or 4 centimeters. That is for the adult. And the life expectancy is 5 years. So medyo mas matagal to compared doon sa mga guppies. For guppies, tumatagal sila usually 2 to 3 years. Okay? Ito, 5 to 8 years kaya nilang mabuhay. Characteristics of these neon tetras. They belong to family Carassidae. Social, they are peaceful. Hindi masyadong aggressive itong mga fish na to. So parang chill lang sila sa mga aquariums or sa mga fish tanks. The tank level, mid-dwellers sila. Hindi sila masyadong nagpapailalim. The diet, they are also omnivore like the guppies. Breeding, egg scatterer. So they are not live bearer like the guppies. Okay, pH naman, halos same lang sa guppy. So pH neutral or normal 7. Temperature same lang din, around 20 to 26 degrees Celsius. Okay, so the color and markings of neon tetras. Unlike guppies, yung color ng neon tetras ay isa lang or pare-parehas. So neon tetras has a slender torpedo-shaped body that reaches no more than 1.5 inches in length. So neon tetra has a bright neon color with blue stripe, and also may red portion din sila sa kanilang mga body. Okay, so ang mga neon tetras na to ay sobrang liit. Kung ano naman kinaliit nila, ay yun naman yung kinaganda ng mga kulay nila. That is because during at night, makikita mo itong mga fishes na to na nag-glow. So imagine mo yung aquarium na puno or maraming mga neon tetra fishes na nag-glow. So sobrang ganda nilang tignan. Neon tetra diet and feeding. So same lang din ng pinapakain sa guppies. So neon tetras are omnivores. They eat both plant and animal materials. They eat fine flake food or fish flakes, small granules. Okay, so dapat small granules yung ibibigay mo dito dahil maliliit lang yung mga fish na to. Then also live or frozen brine shrimp are good food choices, lalo na doon sa mga fry ng neon tetra. Okay, so ano naman pagkakaiba ng male and female neon tetras. Okay, so it is quite obvious din naman. So female are smaller and female are larger. Pero sa size nila, minsan hindi mo dito ma-distinguish dahil parang pag titignan mo sa personal, parang para-paras silang maliliit. Ang pinakatinitignan namin dito noon ay ang kanilang mga bellies. For the male, slim yung kanilang belly. So mapapansin mo yung kanilang neon blue stripe. So straight lang sila. Compared pag female, mas malalaki yung tiyan nito, mas bilog sila. They have rounder belly. And makikita mo yung kanilang blue neon stripe na nagka-curve. So ito yung pinaka-tinitignan namin noon in distinguishing male and female neon tetras. Ngayon, alam nyo na yung mga basics about neon tetra. Turuan ko naman kayo on how to breed neon tetras. So, inbreeding neon tetras compared with guppies, medyo mas complicated lang to, no? Okay, so isa-isahin natin. First, you must create a right environment. Okay, you must first set up the tank, like in guppies then. But in here, you need more than one tank. Okay, dahil isa-separate mo yung mga eggs, okay, from the or naka-separate na yung parent stock sa breeding containers or tank. Okay, so you will use this tank to bring a male and female tetra together for breeding and also a place incubate the eggs and baby tetras. So, ito, first step mo na gagawin is to kukuha ka ng male and female na parent stock, no? So, in creating good environment for the tetra, next, you prepare the water. So, check mo lang yung mga water parameters na pinag-usapan natin kanina. The acidity, the temperature, and the hardiness of water. Okay, so halos same lang naman sila with guppies. Then, get a corner box filter for your tank. So, filtration system can help to remove waste product and bacteria from the aquarium, which will protect the health of your neon tetras. Okay, tapos ang special dito, special in breeding neon tetras, dapat yung mga breeding tank ay naka-place sa madidilim na lugar, no? At saka controlled yung environment. So nung sa farm, meron room doon, may dark room. Okay, pag tinitignan namin pag naglalagay kami ng mga isda, naka-flashlight kami. Okay, dahil nga madilim. Okay, then next, introducing the tetras for breeding. Okay, sex your tetras. Sa farm nun, nakahiwalay na yung male and female. Okay, so kumukuha na kami ng male, female from the tank. Tapos, ilalagay namin sila sa mga breeding tank. So, dito sa neon tetras, pwedeng 1:1. 1:1 lang ginagawa namin noon. Sa isang container, isang babae, isang lalaki. Then, place adult tetras into the tank. Okay. Pag na-place mo na sila sa tank, so iwan mo sila doon for 2 to 3 days. Okay, sa farm noon, ang ginagawa namin is 3 days. After 3 days, doon pa lang namin binabalikan yung mga breeding containers. Okay, so tandaan nyo, ang mga parents ay ilalagay nyo rin sa net, no? Sa breeding net, tulad ng guppies kanina. Okay? Para pag nangitlog na yung babae, mahuhulog sa ilalim yung mga itlog at hindi kakainin ng mga parents. Because like guppies, etong mga to pwede rin nilang kainin yung mga babies nila or yung mga eggs pala. Then adjust the conditions in your neon if your neon tetras are not breeding. Okay, sa pagbe-breed ng neon tetras, okay, nag-experiment ka rin dito, no? Okay, so halimbawa sa mga breeding tanks mo, hindi lahat yon magkakaroon ng itlog. Okay, so mag-experiment ka na ngayon at titignan mo yung mga different parameters like pH, temperature ng water, kung saan sila mas na-stimulate na mangitlog. Then, after that, after 3 days, i-remove mo na yung mga parents from the breeding tank or breeding container. So, fish eggs are small and hard to see because of their translucent color. But you may be able to see them in the gravel or on plants in your breeding tank. Ang ginagamit namin noon, mga white containers lang. Tapos sa ibabaw noon nakalagay yung parang container na may net. Okay, so yung mga itlog doon, papasok lang doon sa baba at hindi na maaabot ng mga neon tetrafish. Ngayon, pag alisin na yung mga parents, iaangat lang namin yung isang container. So may sasama na doon yung mga parent stocks. And then, pag nakuha na namin mga parent, ibabalik na namin sila sa normal tank. Okay? Then, makikita nyo dito, after maalis nyo yung mga parents, i-check nyo na ngayon yung mga containers na may eggs. Okay? Paano siya makikita? Ang ginagawa namin noon, pina-flashlight namin, tapos medyo inuuga namin yung container. Okay? Pag medyo inuga mo yung container, makikita mo doon, so iikot yung mga itlog, mapapansin mo sila, no? Mahirap lang sila makita because they are translucent nga. Pero obvious naman sila pag nilagyan mo ng light or tinapatan mo ng flashlight. And then, pag yung mga containers na may eggs, yun yung ikikip mo. Sa mga walang eggs, itapon mo na siya. Okay? So there may be between 60 to 130 eggs, but not all of them will hatch. Okay, tandaan nyo yun, ha? So after the eggs are laid, they will take about 24 hours to hatch. Okay, so etong mga eggs na to, i-stay nyo lang sila doon sa dark area. Okay, because bakit dark area? Doon pala ang normal environment ng mga guppies, no? Because itong mga guppies daw ay normally nagtatribe doon sa ilalim ng or sa mga madidilim na areas of water. Okay? So dapat imimik natin yon by providing them a dark room. Caring for baby neon tetras. So after ka na makapag-hatch, ito naman yung mga ways mo on how to care for the babies or for the fry. So baby tetras are also known as fry, and they will need to be kept in the dark for about 5 days after they hatch. So baby tetras are light sensitive and they need a dark environment in order to thrive. Then feed your fry with special food. Pwede na yung baby brine shrimp. Okay, you can buy baby brine shrimp in pet stores. Introduce your baby neon tetras to your adult neon tetras. So, pag nag-mature na sila, so after 3 months, you can place your new neon tetras into the tank with your adult neon tetras. And itong mga neon tetras na to, pwede mo na naman sila sell or gamitin ulit for breeding. Huwag nyo silang ipi-place sa tank before maturity or before 3 months because they may be injured or bullied by the adult fishes. And then for your fish tank, limit your tetras to 2 inches of fish every gallon of water. So almost the same length of guppies. So for example, here in a 50-gallon container tank or fish tank, mga nasa 25 neon tetra fishes ang pwede mong ilagay. Okay, pag sobra yung fishes mo nilagay, sobra na yung density, pwede ito maka-apekto sa mga fishes. Pwede itong mag-lead sa injuries, pwede siyang mag-lead sa other problems. Okay, so that's it for the breeding of neon tetras. Okay, so pwede nyo i-consider itong dalawang to, breeding of guppies and neon tetras. If you want another, pwede mo muna sila gawin as a hobby. If you want another hobby, or if you want to establish a new business or a new source of income. So pwede ito, no? Since iilan pa lang naman din yung nag-produce nito dito sa Pilipinas. And these fishes are tropical fishes. So ibig sabihin, mas pwede sila or mas nagtatribe sila dito sa Philippines compared sa ibang bansa. So sa Israel nga may winter pa doon, makapag-breed sila. So how much pa dito sa Philippines, di ba? Okay, then let me just share to you a study na ginawa namin noon sa neon tetras. So itong study na to, since nga sa pag-breed ng neon tetras ay experimental naman to. Minsan may nangingitlog, minsan ay hindi nangingitlog yung mga isda. So depende ito sa mga water parameters na ginagamit. Isa sa tinest namin dito ay yung hardness ng water by measuring the electrical conductivity levels in the water in the reproduction of neon tetras. So in measuring the electrical conductivity levels, na-measure dito yung hardness because nalalaman natin yung total dissolved salts or total dissolved ions sa water. Okay, so ito yung study noon, evaluation ng the different electrical conductivity levels on a production of green neon tetra. Okay, so popular most beautiful fish since they glow in the dark, di ba? And ito yung breeding or dark room namin noon. So sobrang dami nito, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 siya na ano ba to, 3? Okay. So 4 siya, tapos bawat isa dito ay nagko-contain ng 2, 4. 4, so 2, 4, 6, 8 times. So siguro mga 40 containers dito sa isang floor nito. So 40 times 1, 2, 3 times 3, so nasa 120 buckets or breeding containers. Times 4 pa, di sobrang dami. Tapos, all containers, ilan lang dyan yung nagkakaroon ng eggs. Kaya, conduct din kami ng study na pwede makatulong din sa farm. Kung ano nga ba yung recommended na hardness ng water. So, in computing the hardness of water, ito yung device na ginamit namin, EC detector, EC tester. And sinusukat nito yung total dissolved salts or ions sa water. And ang measurement is milligrams per liter. Importance of this study, yun, since nasabi ko na kanina, hindi rin basta-basta or less lang yung na-produce na eggs, then nag-experiment kung ano ba yung magandang water parameter. That's why kinandak namin tong study na to. Okay, so the importance of the study is mainly to help increase the egg production of neon tetras. Okay, give information, contribute on the production of neon tetra fishes in the farm. Okay, methodology. So, kinandak namin to sa Starrett's farm, sa Israel to. And each pair of neon tetra fish was subjected to different levels of dissolved salts or ions or electrical conductivity. So the results were based on the control, and we will aim to determine the best and suitable level of total dissolved salts or ions. So ito yung mga treatment na ginamit namin. Sa ano pala nun, in breeding, dinadagdagan namin siya ng salt para mapataas yung hardness ng water. So ito, we have 30 to 40 milligram per liter total dissolved salts. 50 to 60, 70 to 80, 90 to 100. So dito lang kami kalimitang naglalaro. And usually, yung ginagamit namin, before kami mag-conduct ng test na to, ng study na to is 70 to 80. So we have here the treatment 1, treatment 2, and treatment 3. 3 lang and 4. So since ito yung 70 to 80 ay dati na namin ginagamit, so ginamit na lang namin itong control treatment. Okay, so yan control parameters. Ayan, nilabel na lang namin yung may eggs. Yes, no, pag walang eggs. Repeats. So, ito, kinonduct namin for 3 cycles or 3 breeding. Okay? And with 10 repeats or 10 containers in each treatment. So, total, meron kaming 40 boxes or buckets of neon tetra. Sa results, okay. Ito na yung treatments namin. So we have 4 treatments. Control yung 70 to 80. So for cycle 1, ito yung result. March 8, 2016, kinonduct. So ito yung first treatment, second treatment, third, and fourth. So for the first treatment, 30 to 40 milligram per liter of TDS. Ang repeats niya 10. So sa first treatment, isa lang yung bucket yung nagkaroon ng egg. Yung sobrang konti, di ba? Okay. So sabi ko nga kanina, hindi lahat ng buckets doon nagkakaroon talaga ng eggs. So sa 100 eggs, parang wala pang 20% yung nagkakaroon. Or swerte na lang kung tumas ng 20%. Okay, 50 to 60 naman, may 4 buckets doon na may eggs. So 70 to 80 milligram, 1 lang. Same with 90 to 101 lang. Next, on April 6 naman, 2016, ito na yung second cycle ng breeding na ginawa namin. So 30 to 40 milligram per liter, dalawa yung nagkaroon ng itlog. That is bucket 5 and 6. For 50 to 60, tatlo. 70 to 80, apat. 90 to 100, apat din. For the third and last cycle, May 11 to 2016. So, apat sa 30 to 40. 3 naman sa 50 to 60. 70 to 83. 90 to 100 ay 3 lang din. So, overall, on the 3 cycles, ang pinaka consistent doon na nakakapag-produce ng mas mataas na number of buckets with eggs ay ang treatment 50 to 60 milligram per liter. Okay, having 33% of chances to stimulate egg production in the breeding of neon tetras. Okay, so masayang-masaya din naman sila sa farm noon because at least may naitulong naman kami or may naiwan naman kami sa kanila na study, no? So, hindi na again, after that, di na ginamit yung 70 to 80. Ginagamit na lang is 50 to 60 milligram per liter of total dissolved salts or ions. Summary, On the 3 cycles conducted, treatment 50 to 60 milligram appeared to be the most suitable level of total dissolved salts, which was 33% likely to stimulate egg production compared with other treatments. So this indicates that the 70 to 80 milligram total dissolved salts, which was usually used in starch sperm, was probably not the most suitable levels in terms of breeding the Neon tetras. Okay, but of course, isang water parameter lang yan. So on our recommendation, further study must be conducted on different water parameters such as yung pH, yung temperature ng water, then aside from water parameters, yung age din ng species. So baka pwede maka-affect din to. Okay, so yun. So those are the recommendations na pwede rin maka-affect sa production or pag-stimulate ng egg production. Okay, wala na to, acknowledgement. So that's it for my presentation. Thank you so much. I hope may natutunan naman kayo sa araw na ito, lalo na sa ornamental fish production. So thank you once again. Hello?
Thank you. Thank you very much po, Doc Allen, for that very informative lecture on aquaculture. Now, let us proceed to the open forum. If you have questions for our Zoom participants, you are encouraged to send your questions in the chat box, while for our FB and YouTube viewers, please leave your question in the comment section of the live stream. While waiting for the questions for Doc Allen, let me remind our participants to kindly fill out the participant's profile form to confirm attendance. The link is already posted in the chat box po.
Ayun nga po, habang wala pong nagtatanong, kung pwede naman nating, kung gusto nating, ayun nga po sa nabanggit ni Doc Allen kanina, kung gusto naman nating magkaroon ng other hobbies or business, pwede nating i-consider ang production ng ornamental fish like tetras and guppies. Since napakadali lang naman nilang alagaan, at nabanggit naman ni Doc yung mga ways and parameters ng production ng tetras at guppies na pwede nating sundin kung gusto man nating pasukin ang business na ito. So, any questions po para kay Doc Allen? So, habang wala pong nagtatanong, ulitin ko lang po yung reminder for everyone to kindly fill out the participant's profile and evaluation form for you to secure an electronic certificate. The links are posted on Zoom chat box and pinned on the comment sections of our FB page and YouTube live stream.
May tanong po sa Zoom.
So, ayun nga po, Doc, may first question po tayo sa...
Sige. Sige po, Ma'am Cathy.
Ayun po, basahin ko na lang po, Doc. Magkano daw po ang presyohan ng tetra or guppies sa market po?
Okay, thank you for that question. So, presyohan po ng tetras, based on my, nung tinitingnan ko yung mga nagbebenta is around 30 to 50 pesos per fish po. Okay, so sa mga nagbebenta po nito, meron naman na mga nagbi-breed po sa iba't ibang lugar. Okay. Makikita nyo, if pwede nyo i-search sa Facebook, may mga groups doon ng breeder of guppies. Meron din neon tetras sa Cartimar, di ba? Maraming nagbibenta ng animals doon. So, yan. Around 30 to 50 pesos po per fish.
Doc, second question po. Doc, safe pa rin po ba mag-breed? Small scale lang po kung madalas mag-brown out sa area.
Okay, so thank you again for that question. So tulad nga po ng sabi natin kanina, ang mga especially if guppies, napaka highly adaptable din naman itong mga to. So if in case na mag-brown out man, dito naman din naman po nagba-brown out ng more than a day, di ba? Kung minsan madalas na yung 12 hours. Sobrang tagal lang ng 12 hours actually. So in that sa period na yon, I think kaya namang mag-adapta ng mga ng mga guppy fishes as well as yung mga neon tetras. Kisa may mga na-check akong farms, mga nagbe-breed dito sa Pilipinas. I'm quite surprised na hindi gumagamit yung iba ng ano ba to? Mga oxygen or aeration. Okay? So, hindi sila gumagamit. Nilalagay lang nila mga plants to provide oxygen to the fishes. And nag-survive naman yung mga guppies nila. Okay? So, it is very okay na and very safe na mag-breed ng guppies and neon tetras even in small, lalo na in small scale, no? Since mas risky po pag yung maramihan na commercial. Yan lamang po.
Next question po, Doc. If hirap sa pambili ng pagkain, what other substitute ng pagkain ang pwedeng ipakain po, Doc Allen?
Sa mga pagkain naman, marami naman tayong, since omnivores nga sila, so pwede naman tayong magpakain ng other, like sa egg yolk, mga egg yolks, boiled egg yolks. So pwede mo itong ipakain sa mga guppies and neon tetras. Well, actually hindi naman din ganun kahirap maghanap ng pagkain nito mga fishes na to, since mostly are available naman sa mga pet stores or pet shops. Mga fish plates, okay, so maraming nabibili dyan sa mga pet shops or pet stores. Mga baby brine shrimp for the fry. May mga nagbebenta din naman nitong mga to. Merong live, meron din yung mga frozen. So, tingnan nyo sa Shopee, meron niya sa Shopee. Tapos, sa mga FB groups din, sa mga pages, may mga nagbebenta din ng mga pagkain ng fishes. So, yun lang. So, if naubusan ka bigla, pwedeng alternative nito, yun, egg yolk, boiled egg yolk. Pwede mo bigyan ng tinapay, pero huwag masyado, no? Since may mga chemicals na din yan, mga ibang ingredients na pwede makasama sa ating mga alaga. So, yun lang po.
Next question po, Doc. Good morning. Ask ko lang po, if sa 5M diameter na fish pan, mga ilang fingerlings po ba kaya ang kakasya dito?
5 meter.
At kung ano po yung ginamit na formula? Salamat po.
Sa formula po, in counting yung number of neon tetras, no? Or tilapia ba? Okay, so sa pinag-usapan natin kanina neon tetras and guppies, ang recommended po is 2 inches per gallon of water. So for example dito in 5 or in 10 gallons, so pwede ka pong mag-produce or mag-alaga or maglagay ng 5 to 6 na fishes. So for 5 meters po, if i-convert natin to, so malaki yung 5 meters, no? Malaki yun. So I think hundreds or maybe almost mga thousands din siguro. Basta mga hundreds po na safe na may lalagay doon na fishes in a 5 meter na diameter na fish pan. So malaki yun.
Doc, may question pa po dito si Carl Brian Espirito. Ano po yung kaibahan ng management ng tilapia and hito sa tank culture sa neon tetra sa mga ornamental fishes? Magandang, yun po, Doc.
Okay, so thank you. Okay, maganda rin tanong po yan. Though wala pa akong masyadong background sa tilapia raising and hito, nakapag-visit naman po kami sa ibang farms noon. So I think ang pagkakaiba nila, so for the hito, for the tilapia, halimbawa is mouth breeder po kasi sila. Mouth brooder, so I mean. So ang ginagawa ng tilapia, pag nag-lay na sila ng eggs, kinikip nila yung mga eggs nila sa mouth. Okay? Tapos, I think kinukuha nila from the mouth. Okay? Pag magbe-break ka, yung mga eggs, tapos ilalagay nila sa tumbler. Okay? Tumbler na container. So, yung container na yon, tinatumble niya yung mga eggs. Okay? Para mabimik yung pagtambal ng tilapia sa kanyang mouth. Okay, then after that, hindi ko sure kung ilang months. Okay, so after that, malilay or mag-hatch yung mga eggs. Whereas dito sa mga ornamental fish, syempre mas maliliit sila and mas prone sila sa mga changes sa water compared dun sa mga tilapia and hito. So tilapia and hito nga minsan kahit ano lang na water, kahit hindi mo na i-check yung mga water parameters, okay lang. Whereas dito sa ornamental fish, medyo kailangan mong magbigay tuon sa water parameters. Check mo yung pH, i-check mo yung hardness ng water, temperature din. So, I think sa tilapia, check mo din ang temperature, pero mas adaptable sila sa changes sa environment. Itong mga food fishes na to compared sa mga ornamental fishes. So, yun lang po. Okay, so yun na. Sa na yun.
Thank you so much, Doc. May questions pa po ba?
Kuya, sa SSS. Ay, naku patay. Kuya,
Wala na po bang mga tanong?
I guess may dito, may recommendation si Sir Doc from
Carl Brian.
Si Carl Brian. So, ito pwede nyo makuha daw yung pwede nyo stocking density in larger area of water.
Okay. Wala na po bang tanong? Ay, meron pa po, Doc. Pahabol po. Doc, paano po pag red tilapia? Ano pong pinaka-adaptable na pH level?
Sa tilapia naman po, para-paras lang sila ng mga isda sa pH. So normally naglalaro lang yan sa neutral to basic. So around nasa 6, 7 po yung 6, 7, 8 po yung pH level. So if may experts po dito sa tilapia, okay, ma-appreciate po namin if may sasuggest po kayo.
Okay, wala na po ba? Before we move on again, I just want to give everyone a reminder that participants to kindly fill out the participants profile form to confirm attendance. The link is already posted po sa chat box. Also, don't forget to fill out the client satisfaction and evaluation survey form for you to be able to secure an electronic certificate of participation. The link for the evaluation survey form is already posted later in the chat box and will only be open until 11:55 p.m. Philippine time.
So, I guess wala na pong questions. Thank you very much, Doc. And to our dear participants for joining us in Open Forum. Now, let us proceed to the awarding of the certificate for Dr. Allen. Let me read the citation po. Tarlac Agricultural University, Cagayan State University, Don Mariano Marcos Memorial State University. This certificate of appreciation is hereby awarded to Dr. Allen Paul P. Guillermo in grateful acknowledgement of his expertise as resource speaker on aquaculture during the Agri Tayo Kay Doc Animal Production e-training series held via Zoom, Facebook, and YouTube Live on August 4, 2021. Given this 4th day of August 2021 at Tarlac Agricultural University, College of Veterinary Medicine, Kamiling Tarlac. Signed by Lordy P. Plaza, DVM PhD, Dean College of Veterinary Medicine, and Yolanda Guillermo, PhD, our Director for Extensions and Training. So thank you so much po, Doc.
Thank you so much.
Thank you po, Doc Allen. Bago po tayo dumako sa susunod na part, may we call on again Doc Allen for the overall recap. Pasensya na, Doc.
Okay, so andito na ulit ako. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Ma'am Cathy and Ma'am Steph. So once again, ano oras na po ba? Yan, good morning pa rin po sa ating mga participants. And we are very happy po na makita kayo to the last session of the second series of this webinar. So before we end, or before we proceed to the closing program, so let's just have a recall on what happened on the two webinar series of this Agri Tayo Kay Doc. So in the first series, we had 5 sessions. So first, ay diniscuss po ni Dr. Michael Joseph Orag broiler raising production. So more on broiler, and after that, on our next sessions of the first series, we had the discussion of Dr. Glenda Atina Constantino on layer raising. Then on the third session, diniscuss naman po ni Dr. Annalie B. Paragas tungkol sa free-range chicken production, where we learned a lot about chicken production. Then after the chicken productions, dumako naman po tayo sa discussion ni Dr. Charlie Lacayanga on quail production. So the quail production and the last session of Dr. Hanilet J. Nicolas on rabbit production naman are really interesting. Okay, since bago nga din tong rabbit production, and ilan lang din yung gumagawa ng quail production. And then now on our second series, which which started on August 2 up to now August 4. So nag-start tayo with the discussion of Dr. Sinamar Stitilio on native pig production and Dr. Kenji Calonia on swine production. So they give us a very informative lecture on the on pig production. Then on our last session, here on our second series, I give yours truly discuss some productions on aquaculture, specifically on the ornamental fish production. So that's it. I hope you have learned a lot, and you'll be able to apply this in your chosen production. So thank you very much. Thank you po.
So
Thank you po, Doc
so much,
Allen.
Doc. Thank you so much, Doc, for that very informative overall recap. Once again, thank you and congratulations po, Doc.
Now let's go to the next part of the program. Let us all welcome Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Arnold E. Velasco, to give us his message. Let us all give him a virtual round of applause.
Excuse me, ako na ba? Sandali lang po.
Yes po, sir.
Sandali lang. Sandali lang. Okay lang ba? Pakilagay na lang. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Morning, sir.
Maybe sa siya, ano? Sige lang, Bagis. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry. May bisita po. Anyway, lumabas na rin po. Thank you very much po. Narinig na po ako, Dr. D.
Yes, sir. Loud and clear. Morning po.
Ako pala yung first. Sorry. Nakadalawang meetings na po ako at dalawang welcome remarks. Okay, so ano ba? Short message ba, Dr. D?
Okay lang, sir.
Okay. Ano ba? To our esteemed partner universities, I think may CLSU, ano ba yung iba? From the MMSU, UPLB, CABSU, I think. Cagayan State University, and all other partner universities who joined us with this university. And of course, to our competent speakers, to our active faculty members, Dr. Lordy of the College of Veterinary Medicine, headed by their very energetic Dean, Dr. Lordy Plaza. We have here with us, I think, Dr. Beltran, our VP for REP, Research Extension Training, also our VP for Student Affairs and Services, Dr. Danilo Fischer, and other university officials who are with us today. Of course, our training participants, we have here students then, and guests, ladies and gentlemen, magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. The vision of our dear Tarlac Agricultural University is to become one of the top 500 universities in Asia. And one of the priority actions that we are undertaking to attain this vision is the strengthening of our partnership programs. And I commend the TAU College of Veterinary spearheading this very timely and helpful activity, the Agri Tayo kay Doc e-training series, which is not only aimed to train the participants on animal production, but also the an avenue for us to strengthen our linkages with recognized institutions and universities like our esteemed partner universities, mentioned ko na po kanina, in this significant training. And so to our partner universities, we are very thankful for your trust and confidence in considering our humble university, particularly our College of Veterinary Medicine, as partner in conducting this very successful animal production e-training series. We are very optimistic and hopeful that our partnership will just end after this training, but it will be the start of more fruitful collaborations towards the realization of the vision and mission of our respective institutions. To our dear participants, congratulations. I hope mag-agree kayo sa akin if I'll say that knowledge alone is not power. Di ba sabi ni Ernie Baron, knowledge is power. But I believe unless this knowledge is applied, hindi po siya power, because applied knowledge for me is power. And so I encourage all of you that all the knowledge and the skills that you gained in this series of trainings, it will not just be a stock knowledge sa inyo, but it will be put into practice and even shared to others in order to improve the socioeconomic status of the people in your respective communities. So finally, in behalf of the Academic Affairs Office, thank you so much. And again, good morning, and may God bless us all. Salamat po.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Sir Arnold
Okay.
Velasco. Also giving her message, may I call on the Vice President for Research, Extension and Training, the former Dean of College of Veterinary Medicine, Dr. Maria Asuncion G. Beltran.
Okay, thank you everyone for being with us, and thank you for staying with us throughout the rest of the e-training series. We got a lot of topics that you have learned, especially our students are under OJTs with our partner institutions. We thank you so much, UPLB, LSU, DIMSU, Cagayan State U, and even Brawijaya, and is it still our partners, but I am not seeing any of the participants abroad. Nagtataka ako kung bakit nagtatagalog yung ating
Doc, national lang po tayo ngayon. Kaya po agree tayo kay Doc.
Yeah. So I would like to congratulate all, especially our very able speakers who really are unselfish enough to give us all their expertise, especially in the production subjects that they have speak about on broiler production, on layer, free-range chicken, quail, rabbit production, what else? Native pig, swine, and the last is our aquaculture and ornamental fish production. And thank you so much for our very able speakers, are always ready to partner with us. And I congratulate the College of Vet Med. This is one very good extension services. So in times like these, even in pandemics, we learn to make use of the very good technology. I thank also the students who are helping us a lot, and the technical services that we have. This is a very good training ground for you, since ano na tayo talaga, virtual na talaga tayo. Most of our modalities already given online. So I would like to congratulate the College of Vet Med, Dr. Plaza, our faculty, and of course, this is only the start. We have the series 1 and 2 for our animal production. I hope it will be more and more as we go on. This summer series of the second half of the year. So I know this will contribute a lot on our accomplishments, specifically on our extension services. So I would like to thank everyone. I hope you learn a lot. And as our saying goes, do it with the heart. So when you say heart, HEART, you don't have only to hear, examine, analyze, remember, but most of all, we have to transform everything that we have learned so that it will be more effective. So to all of you, continue on, keep on shining. Our college have been the best college and the university. I hope with projects like these, we could continue on and have that recognition again. Congratulations and God bless.
Thank you so much po, Doc Bell.
Thank you po, Doc. Now let us welcome the Director of Extension and Training, Dr. Yolanda Guillermo, to give us a closing message.
Sorry po. May I call on screen our very own TU CBM Dean, Dr. Lordy P. Plaza, to also deliver her message. Let us give her a round of virtual applause.
Yan, nagkagulo na tayo. Okay lang naman kasi closing talaga si Ma'am Yong. Thank you so much, Stephanie and Kathy.
Dito po ako, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, dito po ako.
Ay, dito pala si Ma'am Yong. After na lang ni Ma'am Yong ako. Good morning, Ma'am Yong. Thank you for joining us today. Ma'am Yong, the screen is yours po.
Good morning, everyone. Naririnig po ako.
Yes, ma'am. Loud and clear.
Good morning, everyone. I'm very sorry I'm late in getting in kasi we are currently conducting also a webinar. So anyhow, good morning, good day again, everyone. We are now to end our webinar series as mentioned by Doc Allen. And at this juncture, I would like to extend my commendation to TAU-CBM, especially to the Dean, the very active Dean, the proponents, the facilitative and supportive staff, of course, to our national and international counterparts, to our dear participants, thank you very much. I would like to end my turn by throwing this challenge to all the participants. TAU and the rest of the institutions locally and abroad can prepare as many webinars as we can. But what matters most is the application and utilization of the learnings. We hope, therefore, to hear from you soon that out of your learnings from this seminar series, you have started your own agribusiness. If not, increase significantly your income through this webinar. Thank you very much and hope to hear from you soon, our dear participants, and good morning.
Thank you, Ma'am Yong. Thank you po.
Thank you po.
And now, may I call on screen our very own TAU CBM Dean, Dr. Lordy Plaza, to deliver her message. Let's give her a virtual round of applause. Thank you po.
Good morning, everyone. To our VP Academic Affairs, Dr. Arnold Velasco. It was delivering his message earlier. Dr. Asuncion Beltran, our VP for Research Extension and Training. Dr. Yolanda Guillermo, our Director for Extension and Training, and all the officials and faculty of veterinary medicine who are here with us today. To our participants, ayun, maraming salamat po. And to our partners for joining us dito sa mahabang e-training na ito. Well, this has been very fruitful journey for us. Kung yung sa pagsisimula pa lang namin, paano siya gagawin was already a big challenge for us. Unang-una, yung mga faculty dito, hindi pa ganun ka-techy. So we were taught by our students. So thank you to our technical team sa mga nag-stream sa FB Live at nanonood pa rin pala sa FB Live sa atin sa YouTube. Maraming salamat sa inyo. Without you, we cannot pull this through. Gusto kong pasalamatan yung mga deans po natin na napakadaling kausapin at napaka-supportive dito sa activity natin na to. And sa mga extension coordinators natin from our partner universities, maraming salamat po. Para lang kami mga ikadors kapag ka nagte-text. Parang simple-simple na mga usapan pero medyo mabigat itong trabahong ito. At salamat po sa inyong lahat. Kung maka-miss ng mga people na tumulong sa atin, unahin ko na sa ELIA, sa support ng ELIA sa atin, sa Department of Extension and Training, especially po, pa-shout out kay Sir Doji Kabatik. Maraming salamat, sir, sa pagpupuyat, sa pag-entertain sa aming mga inquiries, kahit gabing-gabi na, sa pagpe-prepare ng ating mga forms, Google Forms for attendance and evaluation. Ang lakas si Sir Jody sa part na to. Thank you sa ating mga clinicians na nandyan. Napaka-energetic po nila. Talagang habi ang kanilang support at pag-conduct ng activity na to. To the proponents, Dr. Gina Villarama, Doc Allen, and Doc Charlie, this was only a vision nung mga previous months ng year na to. Parang niisip pa lang namin na sana meron kaming mga webinars na ganito, Hindi namin inakala na in just a snap, nagawa na pala at natapos na. Maraming salamat sa mga faculty ng veterinary medicine na tumulong at laging nandyan lang para sumuporta sa atin. Maraming salamat mga docs. Sa mga speakers natin, kayo ang champ ng training na to. Kasi without you, hindi naman mangyayari itong training na to. And sa mga participants from all over the Philippines, thank you so much. Ayun, tama nga yung sinabi ni Ma'am Yong, no, na we can have as much certificates from webinars. So marami tayong naipon kasi napakadaming certificates na nito. But still, yung sinabi ko nga po nung opening, kung nandito kayo, na we would like to hear success stories from you out of this training. So mag-aabang na kami niyan ng mga estudyanteng negosyante, no? At mga magiging put up pa ng kanilang mga farms or mas magiging successful sa mga farms nila na meron sa ngayon. And your success stories will be also our success stories. And to the whole TAU administration, to the whole TAU community, sa lahat ng mga nag-share, nag-attend, sumuporta, nakinig at bumabalik-balik sa mga nanonood lang sa YouTube kahit hindi nag-sign ng mga Google Forms, pero natuto, ayun, inuulit-ulit po namin sa inyo para sa inyo po ito. Sa College of Agriculture and Forestry for sending all their OJT students here. Also, thank you, Sir Edmar. Sa susunod, pag mas maaga yung transaction natin, mag-ano na tayo, collab na din talaga. So, yun, sa ating mga partner universities, I hope this will not be the last. I hope this will be just the start of our partnership, our projects, and of course, friendship. So, cheers to us. Thank you, everyone. Good morning.
Thank you so much po, Doc, and pasensya po. For the evaluation, may we call on Dr. Charlie Lacayanga, the TAU CVM Extension Coordinator.
Thank you very much, Ms. Cathy. So, magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Una po sa lahat, gusto ko pong magpasalamat sa lahat po ng mga participants na nagtiis, nagtiyaga at sumubaybay po sa webinar series po natin. I would like to congratulate also yung mga colleague ko from the College of Veterinary Medicine and syempre yung leadership po ng ating pinakamamahal na college din, si Dr. Lordy Plaza. Also to our CBM clinicians for facilitating and organizing this webinar, and also to the support of the Director of the Department of Extension and Training, as well as the that staff. So maraming salamat po sa inyo. And also to the TAU Administrator, as well as the officials, and of course to our partner universities, the Cagayan State University, and the Don Mariano Memorial State University. Maraming salamat po. Also, thank you po sa ating mga speaker who shared their valuable time to share their knowledge, expertise, and experience of their respective specialization. So, Dr. Allen Guillermo, our last speaker, maraming salamat, Doc. Shout out po sa mga naging speaker po natin mula kay Dr. Orag, Dr. Constantino, Dr. Paragas, Dr. Nicolas, Dr. Estudillo, Dr. Calonia, at kay Doc Allen. So maraming salamat po sa ulitin. Agree po kami sa inyo mga docs. So hopefully po maging kapakipakinabang po sana lahat ang ating mga natutunan about po sa mga topics na na-discuss. Hindi man po natin may apply kaagad-agad na sabay-sabay ang ating mga natutunan, but in the future naway magamit po natin. Sabi nga po ni Sir Arnold kanina, knowledge is power. So kung hindi man po natin magamit ngayon, i-ano po muna natin, store muna natin yung mga knowledge na yan. Tsaka gamitin na lang natin pag kailangan. So gusto ko rin pong pasalamatan yung ating pong proponent sa training series po na ito, si Doc Gina, tsaka si Doc Allen. So without this proposal, this activity would not be possible. So thank you, Doc, mga docs. So as the Extension Coordinator of the College of Veterinary Medicine, I would like to express my warmest thanks to all the participants from the different institutions who joined until this last day. So this is the last day, but I'm hoping that this will be the beginning of our continuous partnership and also yung future endeavor po natin. So with that, God bless us all and keep safe everyone. Maraming salamat po. Ingat po tayo.
And Doc Charlie, of course pala, we would like to thank Doc Alan Francia for the Zoom account.
Ay,
Okay,
opo.
Doc Alan, oo, kasi kung wala yung kanyang Zoom account, hindi natin mapupush ito. Sa Elia Zoom account din. Thank you so much po, Doc.
Welcome po, Doc.
Bye.
Thank you po, Doc Charlie.
Reminder lang po for everyone to kindly fill out the participant's profile and evaluation form for you to secure an electronic certificate. The links are posted on Zoom chat box and pinned on the comment section of our FB page and YouTube live stream. Thank you so much po.
Okay na ba tayo? Okay na? Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you po.
You're the best. You're the best. Thank you.
Hello po yung mga nasa Zoom pa po. Paki-open po yung ating mga cam kasi hindi pa po nakapag-take pa ng picture. Pasensya na po. Ma'am Cathy, ikaw na po screenshot. Thank you. Pa-open po ng Ma'am Cathy. Bilang na lang po kayo. Ma'am Cathy. Nakamute data siya.
Nakamute ako, sorry. Ma'am, pwedeng ikaw na lang mag-take po ng pictures kasi naka-cellphone lang po ako. Hindi ko po nakikita yung mga naka-open cam eh. So,
wait.
Sige po.
1, 2, 3, smile. Next po. 1, 2, 3, smile. Next po. Wait lang, naglag. Sorry. Wala, naglag. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay na po. Thank you po.
Thank you so much po.
Thank you so much. Thank you, clinicians. We love you all.
Thank you, Doc.
You're the best. You're the best. Thank you.
Okay.